Good morning, children. Sit. Last time when we were there in the class, then we did an activity. Somebody remembers?
Yes.
Okay, Athar?
Auntie, we talked about government and the facility, what they provide us.
No, before that we did an activity. How did we know?
Auntie, you made two groups, Group A and Group B, and you gave both of them one chart paper and
One chart paper each.
And auntie, in Group A, they had the freedom to paste to make anything they want on the chart paper, and in Group B, you made shapes, and we had to put the triangles and rectangles in those big shapes.
After that, what did we realize? After that activity, we realized
that we realized that if there is some supervision in Group B, you told us that we can put the triangles in the triangle shape, the circle in the circle shape. So under the supervision, we can do things more differently. It can be more organized, systematic.
Okay. That means that activity told us that we needed somebody to supervise. And who's the person or who's the body that supervises our work?
The teacher.
The teacher in the class, but outside in India, the government. All right. Now today, what we'll do is that we'll realize that is there only government? Where is the government? Where is the government? So we will realize something as levels of government. Do you understand the word level?
Yes.
Can you just give me an example?
Levels of the floor.
If I'm standing on the floor. If she stands and she stands over here, is her level raised or below?
Raised.
If somebody stands on the chair, more raised. If somebody stands on the desk, higher. So you understand the word level? In the same way, we will see what the government does. Is there only one level government?
No.
Then three. How?
They are several levels. They are several levels.
Three. All right. Navi, say which are the three?
Auntie, one is the auntie lower level, and one is the
Vaishnavi?
Auntie, first is the central level, the second one is state level, and the third one is local.
You opened the book.
No, auntie, I actually know.
Okay. Levels of government will be your central. Who is ruling at the center? Where is the center?
Our Prime Minister. Auntie, central or union?
Which party is ruling there?
BJP.
Okay. Then under that, a country, India is one country. So we have one central government. Then India is divided into how many states? 28 states. So we have something called state government, which is every state has its own government. So you have
Auntie, there are 29 states. Including Telangana.
that's the new introduction. After that, a state is divided into
7 union territories.
no, a state is not. That's a country. Cities, towns, villages. All this will come under your local, which will be cities, your towns.
District, yeah.
So you have various governments. In a village, you will have panchayats. At the towns and cities, you have your Nagar Nigam plus your other bodies which help out. So you have something called the local government. Above that, you have state government, and the last is your central government. So it is, now tell me, if I ask you, which level of the government will see to the security outside India?
Central
And if it is inside, then?
state.
Each state. If it is in between two states? In between two states? Central. So you have your 3 divisions. Done? This much clear? Alright. Beyond this, there are forms of government. You have something called forms of government. And what do you understand by the word form? Generally, what do you understand?
A type of
Different types?
Ready-made and
How it is made?
yes.
How it is made? Okay. In a government,
A specific type.
in a government, there are two levels. If I say this, do you agree?
No.
I say that in a government there are two levels. One is the top level, which is who rules. Who rules? There are two levels in a government. I am not saying the levels of the government. That was separate. Now I am saying in a government there are two people involved. One is who rules and the other is
Yes. And
who is ruled.
Auntie.
There are two levels, two separate identities. Let's say one is a level where somebody is ruling and one is a level where some person, lots of people are being ruled. Now I will tell you three situations and you have to tell me how or what is happening. Okay? First situation is, and listen carefully, there is only, this is a small story where only one boy is there who brings the bat. It's in a small park and there are lots of children over there, but there's only one boy who gets the cricket bat. He keeps batting even when he is out because the bat belongs to him. So he keeps batting and he doesn't end the game till he wants to. He simply walks away with the bat when the game gets over. So he is batting and he has all the choices. Now, this kind of a person, let's say, what adjective would you want to add to a person who is not letting the others play because the thing belongs to him? And crude, cruel,
And not sharing, like we don't share this.
will this word suit?
Yes.
And, bossy, I'm the boss. The bat belongs to me. I'm the boss.
Yes.
So I'm bossy. And when the others are asking me that I also want to play, I'm not giving them. He refuses them because the bat is his. So what is he doing? He's being selfish, but what is he doing?
He is not sharing.
He's ruling.
He's bossy.
Ordering that.
He's ruling. So if I'm ruling and I'm not listening to the others, then I am what? Does the word suit?
Yes.
So can we give such a situation the name of bossy, bully system? Where one person gets the bat and all the things that are required to play cricket, since all belongs to him. He is not allowing the others to play or to bat because if it's his decision. If he is batting, he continues to bat. Even if he is out, he is not giving the bat to anybody. So, same ways, you have one form of government which is called your who knows what dictatorship is? Dhruv?
Anti-dictatorship means that a place is ruled by only one person and only one person has the power, all the power of the place.
Okay, what do you want to add? Why did you say no?
No, Auntie, I want to just add that it must be ruled by one person or a group of people.
A small group of people who share the power with nobody else. हाँ जी किशा?
Auntie, they don't have freedom.
Who don't have freedom?
In dictatorship, there is no freedom.
For whom?
For the citizens.
Beta, right now, don't confuse. We are talking about who rules. Okay? So all the power is in the person who is ruling. In dictatorship, it lies with, every power lies with the person who rules. It can be one person or a group of people.
Like North Korea?
Dictatorship? हाँ, Dhruv? Once again.
And the China, Cuba, North Korea are example of.
China also has dictatorship, but they call it by the name of socialist form of government. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has a king, I think. They don't have a dictator over there. But the dictators who have gone down in history are your Hitler and all these people. Bully is a person who forces the another person and doesn't let or allow the other person to do the things that he wants. He is not share. A bully will be the person that this is your seat, but he will not allow you to sit. Hato, I want to sit. So he is bullying you. He is forcing you into not being able to do what you want to do. Then there's another. Okay. No, they have a socialist form of government, beta. No. Alright. Now, second level. Who is ruled? So in a dictatorship, how much of power or how much of say do the people who are ruled have? Then it comes, Jigisha, that they don't have freedom. When you say they don't have freedom, it is at this level that the people do not have any kind of freedom. Clear? So dictatorship has two levels. We are talking about one, who is ruling. It's either one person or a few people who share the power. Who share the power with the people.
No. They don't.
Who share the power with the people? No, acha, they don't. So the people have the power.
No.
The people do not have any say or any power. This is dictatorship, one form. Now, situation number 2. In this, there's another small park and there are lots of children coming to play. There's lots of cricket equipment, the bat, ball, wickets. Alright, all this is got by child number A, B, C, D, E. All the stumps, the wickets and everybody is sharing, pitching in and bringing all the equipment. So, what will you feel the situation will be? Everybody gets a chance to
They have freedom.
They will get a chance to bat. If they want to ball, they will ball because the equipment has been shared by everybody. Same ways, you have the form of government which will be called
Democratic.
Why do you say democracy? Shikhar, why did these children say democracy? Ariman? Beta, you stand up and answer. Because everybody is sharing and whatever the gains are, the profits are, they are also being shared. Same ways in the game. Now if A, B, C, D have got bat and the ball and the stumps and the wickets, whatever you say, if everybody is sharing in, so then everybody is playing the game also by sharing it. So when you are sharing, then what type of a system? Let's give it a name, na? We will have something called, this was 1, now this is 2, where it is democracy. And of course, you have the 2 levels, who is ruling and who is ruled. And this system we will name it as, will this do? Just friends, because everybody is playing by bringing something or the other. Contribution is everybody's, so the game is everybody's. We all get equal chance at playing or bowling or batting or wicket keeping. This will be your democracy, where who is ruling is one of us. The people who stand for elections are from us. We give them the votes.
We have the freedom.
We have the freedom to choose persons. They get elected and they will then rule. So the people who are being ruled actually are raised from here to here, and so the common man is ruling. Democracy. Everybody is sharing. Everybody is sharing the profits as well as the contribution. Okay? Now third situation. Now third situation is that I have a cricket coach in my team. Arul, I have a cricket coach in my team. Okay? Now the coach monitors and improves the game of each and every boy in under him. But the children do not get to say whether they like the way the coach is teaching them. You have a slight freedom, whereas you have a coach and he's teaching you the rules and the regulations, but you do not have any say or freedom when you have to speak up and tell the coach that the way he has taught you have not understood. Clear? This kind of government will be
Monarchy.
why? Who is a monarch? Who's a monarch? If you are saying monarchy,
The king rule when he dies.
His son
And
rules.
his son's rules.
His elder son.
His elder son.
but if a monarch is ruling, is he giving you slight freedom? We are talking about both ways, the power of the person who is ruling and the freedom which is given to the person who is being ruled, or the people in general who are being ruled. Do you get the freedom? What was the situation? Third situation?
And it was
Coach.
about the coach.
So who is the coach in this form of government? King. And how much of freedom was the coach giving? He was basically seeing that you are doing well, that you are being trained or you are being guided. That's it. Above that, there was no freedom. No freedom. So the power is there. Power,
Make decisions.
but little or no freedom to the people who are being ruled. Do you understand the difference still here? One form of government is where all the power is lying with the people who are ruling, but no power in the hands of the people who are being ruled. That is your no power in the hands of the people, no freedom. If there is, which we called as the bossy bully system. Okay? Then you have democracy where the people who are ruling have the power, yet they are sharing that power by giving freedom to the people who are being ruled. Clear? Then you have the third form of government, which is monarchy, where the power lies with the person who is ruling, yet a little or no power is given to the people. What is the difference when there is no power? If all the power is lying in the hand of the king and no power is given to the people, what is the difference between dictatorship and monarchy?
There is some kind of power given to the monarchy.
Some kind of freedom that.
Beta, then that is because there are two forms of monarchy. One is constitutional, where a constitution is already there and the king or the queen can only rule within the framework of the constitution, like you have in England right now. They have monarchy, but they have a separate government. The government has more power and the monarch is there right now. He can only have a say within the framework of constitution. And then you have another which is called absolute monarchy, where all the power is lying with the king or the queen. The kind we had when we were under the Britishers.
So that's quite old. Absolute.
That is absolute monarchy. So what is the difference between absolute monarchy and dictatorship?
The monarchy they give a little freedom, and in dictatorship.
Beta, it is totally in the hands of the king. If he wants, he will give you freedom. If he doesn't want, then he will not.
But in dictatorship, we are sure that the people will not get any.
Plus, you are not thinking. You are not thinking.
Auntie, in monarchy, the eldest child of the ruler gets the power, but whereas in dictatorship, there's nothing like that.
Secondly, how do they come to power? She is right. A monarch is the system. Monarchy system is hereditary system. Hereditary means it is passed on within the family. It can be the eldest son, or sometimes there were lots of sons. They would fight amongst themselves. Whoever had the power. Even your Mughals.
In Ashok.
Yeah.
Aurangzeb was not the eldest son. He came to power by removing all the eldest sons. Dada Shikoh and all.
Ashoka, he killed his bigger
Elder sister. So it is not eldest son. It is somebody from the family. It can be the daughter. Razia Sultan was the daughter. The sons were not capable.
Queen Elizabeth.
So it's not necessary. It has to be the eldest son, but somebody from the immediate family itself. Prince Charles is the elder one who has taken. Whereas if you have no power given. Now I was asking you what is the difference between dictatorship and absolute monarchy. How do the kings come to power?
Auntie by defeating the king of that specific area.
And how do the dictators come to power?
By owning their rule and don't give auntie by killing the person who either.
So they come to power by force. They come to power by force. They are not from amongst the people who they are ruling. They come to power by force. Over here sometimes you will find that even the monarchs come to power by force. But then it is hereditary. A dictatorship is generally, a dictator does not have the son taking over after him. A dictator is generally either massacred, that means killed by the people he is not liked, or dethroned. So nobody from the family is there in line to rule over the country. Whereas in a monarchy, even if the people are dissatisfied with the king, there is somebody from the family who takes over as the ruler. So it is hereditary and this is not hereditary. Plus this is always by force. This is when they start the dynasty, it is by force, yet then it continues as a hereditary system. And we haven't given a name to our monarchy system. What was the name? The coach is there and coach helps out and yet he doesn't give you the freedom. Who, okay, in your relationship at home, if you have a elder sibling.
Like a teacher.
I give you.
Invigilation.
Or there's a word which is actually used for this term is your big brother. A big brother will tell you, okay, you can stay out, but the big brother will tell you if you're not home by 5 o'clock, woe betide. You see how many whacks on the back. So we'll give it the name as big brother system. Dictatorship is the
bossy bully system.
bossy bully system, and democracy is the just strength system. Now somebody can just run up and not run up, just tell me what we did today. What we did today. Levels of government. All right. How many levels of government?
There are 3 levels of government. So central government, state government, and local government.
All right. Forms of government.
Forms.
Kartike. Forms of government.
Stand up.
How many forms of government we did, beta?
Local.
No, forms. That is the levels. Forms of government. It's still on the board, beta. Forms of government. How many forms of government? He will tell. Oh, beta, if you keep saying that, you'll not be able to listen. All right. First form he says is dictatorship. And what name did we give to the dictatorship form?
By force.
Name we gave.
Bossy bully system.
Bossy bully system. Second,
Democracy.
what is the name that we gave?
Just friends.
Beta, it's written over here. And what is the third form?
Monarchy.
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 It's not chi, it's ki. And what is the name given by us for monarchy?
Big brother.
Big brother. Is this much clear? Is this much clear to you? Huh? Then we'll see more on the video. We've got very good videos. Now, if I give you some situations, will you be able to tell me which form of government it will be?
Yes.
Okay. Then I have a Tanmay. Tanmay, stand. Tanmay is there and he's been asked to make a group where everybody is contributing and then they are making the chart for the yoga. The yoga chart has to come up. Huh? So everybody is contributing, and then some child is making the border, others are putting in pictures. What form of government will this be? Avantika. Okay, and when the chart is complete and made and put up, who gets all the claps? The whole group gets the claps. So you understand that democracy is a form of government where everybody is pitching into head and getting away with all the accolades also. If you are getting praise, then everybody shares the praise. What? Alright, now there is Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi has to make the same chart. She's told everybody to get, but she doesn't even wait for them to get the pictures. She makes the whole chart and she presents it to me, and when it is put up on the board, then who do we clap for? Are you happy clapping for her? No. What about the other children in the group who would have got the pictures had she just waited? How do they feel?
Very sad, and they feel that Vaishnavi is selfish.
So what form of government will you say?
It will be dictatorship.
Clear? Yes. And then there's Shikhar. And Shikhar is there. He tells everybody that the yoga chart has to be made, and you get this asana, you get this asana, you get that asana. She's given shared the responsibility, but when it comes to making the chart, then he decides, oh, this picture is not good, okay, not done, not done. Okay, I'll put this only. What kind of form of government? Is he sharing his power?
No.
Little bit, because if he is asked everybody to get 2 pictures, so he is just, it's in his choice in the end. It's his choice which pictures he's putting, which pictures he refuses to put.
Only I can decide.
Only he can decide. So same ways your kingship also. Is that clear? Okay. So for homework, what happened, Dhruv?
And he didn't do the democracy one only.
We took, beta, the first was the democracy only. The first Tanmay, we said, that was your democracy system only. Alright. Now some questions which I am asking you orally, but which you will be doing in writing. In 2 lines. You have to tell me what is dictatorship, what is democracy, and what is monarchy. 2 lines each on monarchy, dictatorship, and democracy. Will you be able to write? Should I write so that you copy down the... And you are not giving me the definitions. In 2 lines, you are creating a situation to show that this is a monarchy, this is same ways. Like I took the cricket, I took the yoga charts to explain to you what is democracy, what is dictatorship. You are creating a situation, small situation, don't go into too much of detail. Example. With the example, sorry?
For all three.
Do not give me the definition. Definition I will understand that you have understood if you give me the situation.
That like we made first situation of some topic, same type of topic for other.
Yes, if you are taking cricketing field, then the same will be for democracy, same will be for monarchy and dictatorship. You take the same situation that if it's cricket, I've already taken cricket and I've already taken the chart work. Now you take some other example from everyday life, maybe filling in the water bottles, something small. What is the heading? Homework. And your chapter, na? We were doing, continuing with what is government. So we are doing now forms of government.
Auntie, what about types of government?
The levels of government.
Beta, types and forms is one and the same.
Yeah, the levels of government.
Levels of government, when I give you work, then I'll tell you. Have you understood, beta, what is the homework? Ariman, have you understood? You don't have to write monarchy means this. Instead of that, you have to give it, don't make it a very big situation. Beta, you have to take the same example. That is what I'm saying. If you are taking it, for example, I said, no, yoga. So I put the same situation and thrice. So that I am explaining to you who has the power, and if the person who is being ruled, how is he feeling, how much of power or freedom he is getting. So the same situation. Don't take separate situation. One is about swimming and one is about cricket. No. If it is swimming, then you go ahead and write the 3 situations separately under swimming only. Okay? Done? Homework written? Written?
Yes, auntie.
All right. Thank you, auntie.